Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Chair Yoga. I'm so happy it's October. It's my favorite month of the year. It's ever-changing and beautiful. So we are going to work today's class right at the very beginning of this October series. We're going to start with a strap. So this is a yoga belt. It's a strap. It's just made of a fabric, but you can use any belt. A belt that you tie around your waist or that you use as a regular belt, you can use that, or anything that's a little bit thick. If you have rope or something like that, anything that you can grab. If you don't have access to a strap or a belt, it's no big deal. It's just a tool that we can use to help deepen some of the stretches that we're going to do today. So this is a class that's designed to open and release. We're going to work a lot through the shoulders and the heart today. We're going to talk about why that's so important. So go ahead and get comfortable in a seat and we're going to get started. All right, my friends. So the first thing I want you to do is to sit tall. You will notice I'm not sitting against the back of my chair. For 40 minutes, you can sit tall. If you need to take breaks, always take breaks. But the idea is that we are strong and solid in our body. And then we're going to start to talk about what it means to release both physically and beyond, because that is the huge part of this practice, is to not just look at our physical body, but look at our mind and our emotions and how they interplay together, because they do. When we hold on to emotions or we hold on to pain and we become identified in part of that story, we actually lodge it in our body, and we want to live our lives free and open. So I want you to think about, before we get started, I want you to think about how the function of a leaf, and it's very cliche for us to think about how leaves teach us to let go, but I really want to go with this. A leaf's purpose is to provide nutrients to the tree, it's to provide shade. And when we come into the season of fall, that's no longer needed. And so the leaf lets go. It is not needing that purpose anymore. And if we think about fear, fear serves a purpose. Fear invites us to react to something or respond to something. It offers us a solution. It helps us find our confidence to get away from whatever we're afraid of. But it really does have a function. And yet sometimes we hold on to fear, or if we switch the emotion to anger, sometimes we hold on to anger far longer than we need to. In the moment, yes, anger is okay. It's not that we should never feel negative emotions. Anger serves a purpose. It invites us and asks us to look at a different way of thinking about something, or to move away from a person or a situation that's causing that anger. Or after we have the angry episode, we get to look at, what did it teach us? And that's the purpose. So if we had emotions as leaves, every single emotion that we have felt had a purpose. And when we're in it, we can't see it, and that's okay. It's when we get out of that cycle, we can look at it and say, you know, I don't need to carry that anymore. I don't need to carry that anxiety anymore. I'm ready to let go of it. And that's what we're going to talk about this month, is what can we get rid of in our heart, in our story about ourselves, to then make space for something else. And so the same thing comes with our physical body. We hold tension here. Well, what if we learned to release that tension and make space for ease and to make space for comfort? That's what we're going to do today. So sit tall. Just take the strap and just allow it to drape over your lap. We don't need it quite yet. And we're going to get really centered into our breath and our body. So I want you to feel the belly here. It's going to inflate outward on the inhale. And when we exhale, we're going to let go of the breath by drawing the belly in. It's often opposite of the way many of us have been taught to breathe, or we just breathe that way through life. So breathe in, get big. Breathe out, pull in and let go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Really let the exhale go. Inhale. And exhale. Close your eyes for a moment. Just breathe and close your eyes. Sometimes when we become still, we can see so clearly. We need to let go of that. We need to eliminate that. We're done. We don't need it anymore. Take another breath in. And lower your chin towards your chest. You're going to feel an immediate stretch through the neck, through the shoulders. Tuck it in tight there. Get really nestled in. Feel the release through the neck. Next time you take a breath, you're going to draw a line with your nose up towards the ceiling. So we're going to reverse that bend in the neck. And then exhale, tuck your chin hard, 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 hard. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Feel the release. One more. Lift your nose. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And lower your chin to your chest. So nice. Now just look forward. We're going to tick-tock our head to one side. So now we feel a stretch here. Take the opposite arm and really let it dangle down. Let the weight of the arm sort of stretch that neck area. Beautiful. I got a little oversized shirt on today. It keeps wanting to slip off. Come back up to center. Drop left ear, left shoulder, and let your right arm just dangle, dangle, dangle. Beautiful. So you should be feeling a stretch through your neck. Bring your head back to neutral. Eyes are forward. Right arm's going to go up. So we're going to start to elevate, get spacious through the side body, and now reach up and over. This is wonderful for the liver. It's great for the ribs, for the lungs, for the back. Take a breath in, come up, and then lower that arm. Opposite arm, you're going to take it up to the sky first. Get spacious. Then reach up and over. Come back to center and let that arm come down. We're going to immediately cross it though, all the way across the body. I've made a diagonal line. My other hand is going to loop behind my chair. I'm going to take a big breath in and then turn to the right. So I'm twisting. Remember, the spine moves in 6 directions. We're getting all 6 done right out of the gate today. Come back up to center, unwind the twist. Your right arm comes across the body to the left. Left arm loops to the back. Get really tall and spin on around. Remember, twists are cleansing. And in this month of October, we're going to be doing a lot of cleansing on the inside, both physically and emotionally, so that we can move into the final few months of the year open and free and happy and filled with joy. We all deserve it. Come back up to center. Hands go to your knees. I'm going to pull my belly in and round my spine. Oh, I feel such a great stretch in the back of my body. And now I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to push my belly forward, lift my heart, lean my shoulders back, lift my nose. And then round, round, round the spine. Beautiful. Really articulate and accentuate. Lift your heart, push your belly forward, lean back. And then come back to center. So nice. So we're going to work a lot of the upper body today, but we don't want to forget about our lower body. So I'm going to take my legs and I'm just going to open and close them like a butterfly. I love to lift my heels up here and I just feel a nice sensation through my calves and the bottoms of my feet. I just feel so nice. 2 more. Perfect. And now open your legs wide like you're sitting on a big horse. And I'm going to scoot my cheeks back just a little bit because I don't want to fall off my chair. My elbows are going to find my knees and I'm going to lean forward towards you. So you should feel a beautiful release in the back here. And the back and the hips is the #1 place that women kind of store their emotions. So if we've had a lot of emotional upheaval, we tend to just stuff it down into our hips and our back. Interesting, men tend to have a lot of neck and shoulder pain. Men tend to carry the burdens of the world on their shoulders. Women kind of stuff them deep down. We don't ruffle the feathers. So we're gonna kind of pull out some of those emotions throughout the month and really make space for some lighter body experiences. Go ahead and take your right hand and just reach down and touch your left foot, or come close. You don't have to touch it. But again, we're twisting the spine here, bending into the hips. It should feel amazing. Now, next time you breathe in, right arm's gonna go up to the sky. Notice how I kept my left arm down on my left leg. Beautiful, let's try that again. Touch your right foot, feel the twist. And then inhale, reach all the way up and maybe even back. Let's do it one more time. Touch your foot. Breathe in and reach, reach, and reach. Perfect. Return your right arm to your right leg and just let go. Just let the body do the work. Sometimes physically we resist and we think, oh, it's gonna hurt, I don't wanna do this. But when we actually let go and we just ease into it, we feel like, oh, this does feel pretty good. Now our left hand is gonna reach down to the right foot. Feel the twist, you feel that? It's so lovely. Now, left arm's gonna reach up. Maybe this first one, we just start small and we feel it. And then come back down and touch your foot. Touch it, touch it. Or come close. Back up we go. Big stretch, big breath in. One more. Lean forward, touch the foot or come close. Feel the twist, feel the shoulders. Back up we go, and this time we stay. We get a big, giant opening. Do you feel that? Nice. Come back, left arm, left thigh, and we pause again. So the practice is a little bit slower, a little bit more holding postures, a little bit longer to allow the tissues to actually let go. Our muscles are sort of woven together like this. And when we hold and we stretch, they start to pull apart just a little bit. Notice I just made some space. When we have space, we can see like, oh, I don't need to hold on to that. And tension in our physical body is often a result of emotional tension. So the more that we work together by releasing physical tension, we feel better emotionally. When we identify emotions that we don't want to have anymore, our bodies actually feel better. They work very much together. Go ahead and take your hands, reach down to the floor or close. So now we're getting a little deeper forward bend. Should feel nice. Take a breath and slowly rise up. Beautiful. We're going to open our arms up to a T shape, a really wide star. So when we think of a star, we know that the star comes out at night, so there's darkness, and yet there's this beautiful bright light in the sky. And as human beings, I believe we can be bright lights in a dark sky. But we couldn't be bright if our heart was covered up with a lot of pain and anger and resentment. So we want to make sure that we're working on opening our hearts, reach way back, and letting go of the things and the past and the situations that are getting in the way of right now. And I know for every single person watching this or living as a human, we have pain, we have disappointment, we have even anger at times. But if we store that all in our heart, there's no way that beautiful light can shine. And I think we have this beautiful gift to shine and bring others light. Here we go. Open up big. Say yes to being light. Beautiful. Lower your arms. We're going to do that again. Arms go forward. And then we pull apart and we shine really bright. One more time, lower your arms, bring them in front, and now pull apart the heart. Just open it to allow light to escape and then lower. Doesn't that feel so nice through the chest? Think of how much time we spent like this. So to reverse that, notice I'm making space in my ribs and in my heart and in my spine. I'm not walking around and showing up in life kind of hunkered in and withholding myself. I'm truly expanding and saying, hey, I'm here, I'm alive, and I'm grateful. Let's TikTok the star. Reach one arm down, doesn't matter which. Notice how long my arms can be when I work to stretch them. Come back to center. TikTok the other way, big opening, and then lower. Let's come back to our legs for a moment. I want to scoot to the edge of my seat, barely beyond my seat. And then I'm going to lean back and bring a leg with me. It doesn't matter which leg you start with. We're going to do both. Make a basket and squeeze tight. Now, if you're not able to do this, you can hold the basket underneath and squeeze a little bit, or you can even just lift up part of your foot off the floor and then try to lean forward. But for most of us, we will be leaning back. So interlace, 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 squeeze. You should feel a stretch through the hip and the back of the leg into the glute muscle. Squeeze tight. Now reach down, grab your ankle. I love to be barefoot. You probably have shoes on. Either way is fine. So now I've made this sort of open shape here. And I'm just going to rock like I'm rocking a little baby. And I'm going to take my hip open and then close. So you can see that I'm getting this nice stretch through my leg, but I'm also working my hip joint. I'm going to do 2 more. Now this leg is going to loop up and over, and I'm going to sit tall. So I'm still on the edge of my seat, and then my belly button is going to go towards you, and I'm going to lay my body over my legs. So you should feel, again, a release. This is all about releasing tension in the body to make space. Slowly come up, and we're going to uncross that leg, scoot little buns to the very edge of the seat. Let's lean back, grab your right leg or your other leg, and squeeze so tight. Really feel that compression of leg against the belly. Then reach down and grab the foot, and we're going to rock it open and close. So one hip might feel a little bit different, might have a little different ability. It's no need to compare or even judge. It just is. Now take that leg up and over we go. Scoot the buns back, sit really tall. Belly button goes forward. Beautiful. You should feel that through the back of the body, yeah? And then slowly come up. If you like to have your legs crossed, go ahead and keep them crossed. If not, go ahead and uncross them. So now we're going to take our strap and you're going to hold it about 10 inches width apart. So not too close, not too far, about 10 inches. Remember, you can use just an everyday belt. But what we don't want is the belt to become loosey-goose like that. We don't want to have slack in the belt. So we want it to be tight. It's hooked underneath my thumb. And now I'm going to straighten my arms. So immediately I have to have good posture to have straight arms. It's impossible to slouch, hold the strap with some tension. So you have to sit really tall. So once you get this, notice my shoulders are even, parallel we call it. I'm going to rotate, feel the stretch through my top shoulder, and then switch. Keep pulling the strap here, that's key. Switch again. So you're gonna feel the muscles in the arms start to work. Switch again. 2 more switches. There's 1, there's 2. Come back to parallel. Now turn to the right. Keep turning, keep turning. Keep looking at me though. See how far the arms can go? With the use of the strap, we can really get a deep stretch here. Come back to center, slow as you go. Twist to the left. Keep pulling the strap. No slack in that belt. It's tight as a drum. Come back to center. Notice my strap is tight, and then lower my arms. I can feel a little bit of tightening up. And I know that we're talking about releasing, but we're gonna find the tightness first and then release it. And when we can start to identify finding tightness in our physical body, we just might be able to say, hey, I'm holding on really tight to that anger that happened to me a year ago, and it's just not working for me anymore. And I'm gonna let it go, just like the leaf. So now we're gonna take the strap just a smidge wider. So you can see that my arms are at a diagonal. No slack in my strap. I've got tension in my strap. Beautiful. Let's turn again to the right. Really twist. You can feel how much further your arms can go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Come back to center. Twistaroo to the other side. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Beautiful. You're cleansing the body. Come back to center. Keep nice tight strap. Arms go high, high to the sky. So if you have shoulder issues, you will just do one arm, no strap, okay? So do the arm that works. But if you're lucky and you can do both arms, perfect. So my arms are actually a little bit behind my head, and now I'm gonna bring them forward of my head. Behind my head, notice my strap is tight. So I'm pulling a little bit, which is making my muscles work. Two more, just like that. This is excellent for the heart, excellent for posture. Beautiful. Now bring the strap straight above the head, and we're going to tick-tock over. Pull the strap. Do you feel the space in your side body? Come back to center. Tick-tock to the other side. Feel the space. Come back to center and lower your arms. Unhook the strap. Wiggle your fingers around. Sometimes when we work the strap, we hold on really tight. Our fingers can get a little bit sore. So make sure you take breaks, maybe do anything you need to do. Okay, we're gonna do that again. But I want you to focus on first the tension that we feel by holding the straps, tightening up, holding on, and then the release that we feel when we hinge over. So find the strap, diagonal arms, tension on the strap, pull, bring your arms up. So you might feel like, ooh, tight. You feel tension here. Now, tick-tock over and feel the release of the tension in the side body. Come back to center. Tick-tock to the other side. Feel, feel, feel. That's why we're here. Come back to center and lower the arms. Let the strap fall on your lap for a minute and give yourself a squeeze. Remember our sequence that we've been working through. We do a lot of these squeezing. And so watch what happens. My elbows are going to draw down towards my belly button. And this forces my shoulder blades to separate and open. So while I'm putting tension back there, now I'm releasing. Holding on, letting go. Beautiful. Come back up to center. We got a couple more things to do with that strap. So roll your shoulders back and down. Heart goes to me. Now take the strap as wide as you can. It's no slack though, so you get to decide how long your arms are. I have pretty long arms, so my strap can get pretty wide. I'm going to put tension on the strap. It's going to go high, so you can see now I look like the letter Y. I've got my arms really wide here, but that's no tension on the strap. Here's tension. Now I'm going to tick-tock over and really feel. My bottom arm is going to pull in towards my waist, and I really feel that. Push it back out. Come back to center. Tick-tock to the other side. Get the space. Now pull the elbow in. Feel it. Come back to center, hold here. Now, if your shoulders are nice and you don't have any shoulder pain while doing this, you're gonna bend the elbows and bring the strap behind the head. Notice what just happened to your heart. It is pushing forward. It is open. Inhale up. Exhale, pull. One more, inhale up. Exhale, pull, stay there. Place the strap against the back of your head. Bring your arms in front. And now pull the strap, tuck the chin. So this is giving some tension release in the back of the head. We get a nice stretch for the neck, the shoulders, the top of the shoulders. Bring your head back to neutral. Open your arms wide. Lift up the strap and bring it around in front. So you can see that when we put the strap behind our head and we actually pull a little bit, we feel a lot of space back there. For most of us, especially men, they have a lot of tension in the shoulders. So we want to give an opportunity to round, to squeeze, and to release after working so hard. Us girls, we hold a lot of tension in our low back and our hips. So we're gonna go there right now. So take your strap and hook it around your left foot. Scoot your cheeks towards the edge of the seat, and we're gonna lift up that leg. So I have the strap looped around my hand. I'm not gripping it tight, I'm just using it as a tool to help my leg become straight. It might not be completely straight, but that's okay. My work is to get it straight, so maybe I need to lower it a little bit. Toes are going towards my nose. Now I'm going to start to guide some circles here through my hips. This is reminding my hips to move smooth, to be fluid, to not be stiff. 3 more circles. 2 more. Last one. Open your arms, give a big stretch of the leg. Bend it and lower it. Let's switch to the other side. So put the strap over your right foot, underneath your right foot. Lean back, that's key. Remember, I have a lot of space between the back of my chair and my cheeks. So I'm very much on the edge of my seat, and that allows me to lean back, which allows my leg to go high so that I'm getting the full benefit of this stretch. And then I'm gonna feel toes towards my nose. I can feel a big stretch through here. And now I'm gonna start to circle. Perfect, just 3 more. I'm telling my hip, remember, you can be fluid, you can move easy, no stiffness. Now, lift the leg, open, open, open the arms, feel the stretch. Bend your leg and sit tall. Go ahead and take the strap and just rest it across your lap. So I'm hoping that you feel expansion through the chest, expansion through the hips. Now, lean forward again. We're just going to take a moment. So part of this whole month, we're going to be doing some tightening up, recognizing where we feel the tension, and then letting it go. Super important. Recognize where your tension is in your emotions. Ask yourself, do you really, really need to hold on to that anger that something happened 5 years ago? Probably not. And then release it. Maybe you have anxiety. Many people do. At the time of anxiety, it serves us. It gives us a solution to our problem. We seek help. We recognize things, and we've come up with ideas, or we talk to other people, or we talk to ourselves, and we find a way to comfort ourselves. We don't need to keep it all the time. We can let go of it. We can come back to peacefulness. We can release that need to worry and just be with the beauty of the day. And that's what's so beautiful about fall, is that every day is beautiful. At least in Colorado, every day is pretty beautiful, and every day there's a change. Sometimes when I go outside, I can even see a change from the morning to the afternoon, leaves changing. Just so beautiful where I live. I'm so blessed. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Slowly come up. Beautiful. Now take your shoulders way back. So my belly and my chest are forward. And now shoulders forward. Shoulders back and down, shoulders round. We're just gonna find this rhythm here. We're starting to move a little bit more deeper in the spine, starting to rock a little bit through the hips even. Just taking the body and moving it. 3 more. Here's 2. Last one. Beautiful. Now sit really tall. I'm going to take the right elbow across the body. It's in front. And now grab your left hand. You're actually going to pull the elbow across the body. So we worked a lot of the side body and a lot of the upper back muscles today. So now we're going to release them. We're going to stay for about 5 breath cycles. This gives a chance for the tissues that are woven together to kind of part ways, like I showed you with my hands, and find space. A couple more breaths. Nice, release that. We're going to do the other side. So the left elbow comes in front. We actually take the right hand, pull it across the body. Perfect. Stay for a couple breaths. And come back to center. Now the right arm's going to go up. So we've done a lot of this extension of the arm. When we first started, it might have been that the arm was stiff, and now the arm can lengthen. So I want you to try to reach even higher towards the ceiling, noticing the space, and then reach up and over. And we're going to be here for about 5 breaths. Remember, the tissues get woven together and tension builds and they get tight, tight, tight. But then when we hold, we actually release. When we become still, we actually release. 2 more breaths. So nice. Come on back. Now bring your left arm up as high as it'll go. Really reach there as if somebody's guiding your arm up. And then up and over. And stay for about 5 breaths. Remember, we're releasing some of that tension through the side body. Some of the heart area. Beautiful. And then come on back. Feel that? Slow and deliberate. Life is really fast, so we're going to come back to the forward fold, back to the letting go. So I brought my knees in just a little bit. If you still like to have your knees wide, that's perfectly fine too. But we're going to find that our belly is going to lean forward and actually rest on our thighs. So we're going to be here for a while, not a long while, but maybe 5 or 6 breaths. We're going to take those dense, thick, tight muscles of the back. Be still a while. Let them release. Maybe the hands find the feet. Maybe you tuck your chin. Maybe you let go even more and you breathe. And you breathe. Then we get to slowly come back up. Drop your head again, just feel that. Maybe take the arm down, sort of loosen and let go. Come back to center. Tick-tock over. Loosen and let go. Sometimes we hold on so tight. Get to loosen the grip a bit. Bring your head back up. And we're just going to circle. Just like we circle a season, we circle a day, we come back. One of the most beautiful lessons that nature teaches us is to just allow and to move through the seasons of life. And sometimes there are people in our life for a season and a reason. And if we hold on, we're sort of suffocating the experience. So we can look back as, what did this person teach me? What was the gift of knowing this person? And can I let go of it now? Do I have to still hold on to the pain? 2 more. Beautiful. And now pause. Go the other way. Go the other way. Maybe close your eyes. Picture a situation or an emotion or a person in your life that you can just put upon a leaf. 2 more. We know that this person or situation or emotion has served us well. Sit really tall, hands slide down to your knees. Pull your belly in, round your shoulders, tuck your chin. But this experience or this emotion or this person has served us well. We've learned something. We've gained something. They did its job. And now we can let go of that. Sit really tall, lift your nose, and when we let go, we now have space. We have space. Come back to center, neutral spine. Close your eyes for a moment. If you were to remove something that's weighing you down, an old, dried up leaf, if you removed it, if you let go of it, there would be space for something else like joy and bliss and happiness and love, or just space. Sometimes we get so accumulated with outward influences, and we get accumulated with worries and anxieties and emotions and opinions. What if we just let go? We had space to see beautiful, beautiful light that we are. So as we move through the month of October, I'm going to be encouraging you to let go of something. Let go of a disappointment, an expectation, to make space for something else. Open your arms, open your eyes, become that big, beautiful light. Shine from your heart. Take your arms up. You'll grab one arm and pull up and over. Final little stretch here. Grab the other arm up and over. Come back to center and lower your arms. Remember, each week looks a little bit different. We have some similar movements. Sometimes we work our memory through that sequence. Sometimes we focus on the lower body. We're going to start to really hone in to the idea of letting go and releasing to make space for joy and bliss. That's what we're here to do. So I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Come back to the practice anytime you need to let go of something. And I will see you really, really soon coming up. So have a beautiful rest of your day. Take care.